How are you? Why, hello there. Just the person I wanted to see. I was hoping you might help me out with my new project. No, it's a fool's errand without a helping hand. I was hoping I could count on you. You see, I want to capture a view of Edo in its entirety, in one glorious panorama. That is, in a photograph taken from various angles, all expertly stitched together.
You're in good cheer, Mr. Beato. Oh.
Ah, Sir Alcock. I was just explaining my new photography project to my collaborator.
A collaborator, you say? To think you'd stoop to putting your faith in such a savage. Are there any lengths you won't go to for this degenerate hobby of yours?
You are too kind. But tell me, would you happen to know of a vantage point from which I can capture an all-encompassing view of the city?
Well, you might try your luck upon Mount Atago. I can attest the views from the Overlook aren't half bad. I dare say, Mr. Beato, devotion to one's hobbies is commendable indeed. But don't forget our little chat earlier.
I shall bear it in mind. My thanks. All right then, Mount Atago it is. Let's meet at the base. Don't keep me waiting too long, though.
Welcome.
Ah, glad you made it. But before we go further, will you suffer me one small detour? Mount Atago is usually bustling with townsfolk. I'd like to record a few candid shots of their way of life. With your camera, I'm sure we could manage it in a flash. Well, how about it? Much obliged. Now, whenever you're ready to start, let's head up the mountain.
What the hell do you think you were
Yes, I believe we got some splendid shots. But let's head to the lookout now.
This, we French are in a far better position. Those imperialists can be useful on occasion.
What's this? Good lord. Quickly, take the photos. I'll explain later.
Still, while it's good that the attack on the legation succeeded, I am worried that the Englishman, Alcock, suspects something.
Ah, in the middle of all that chaos, I doubt he was paying any attention to who was doing what.
We got company. Can't let them leave here alive.
This is quite a windfall. Mr. Alcock will be very pleased with these photos. Remember, photos also have value as irrefutable evidence. But come, let's continue on to the lookout. What magnificent view. Perfect for our composition. Let's get set up and start shooting at once. Speed is of the essence. If the sun and the clouds were to shift even a bit, it would look odd when we tried to join the photos. Most satisfactory. I couldn't have done this without you. And thank you for indulging my little whim. I am in your debt. Indeed. You know, he's an important customer of mine. A patron of my photographic pursuits. In any event, you know how the British legation was burned down the other day? Well, rumor has it, the French paid off the British soldiers to spur the expulsionists on. Mr. Alcock asked me to secure evidence if I saw any of his fellows acting suspiciously. This kind of work helps me pay for my camera expenses. In fact, it's thanks to you I managed to take their photos. So, I'll factor that into your reward. Really, you deserve it. You know, as a photographer, I've been to many countries, but I've never known a culture quite like that of Japan, and Edo in particular. Alas, I fear it has no place in a world ruled by the West. A fleeting thing, culture. Ah, am I that easy to read? I must apologize to you, native to Japan as you are, but you're right. Nothing lasts forever, you know? Not people, nor things. And that is what I yearn to capture with my photography. You saw in the mountain, did you not? The sheer degradation. But photographing such scenes gives me goosebumps. Japan is much the same. Its ancient culture and institutions will eventually be swallowed by the West. Everything held dear in this country will fade and be forgotten. And to capture that fleeting beauty in a photograph, it makes me want to pinch myself. Oh, sounds like you have something particular in mind. Please, do tell. Oh, come now. Do you really believe in that fantasy? I suggest disabusing yourself of such nonsense. No. I believe you spoke in earnest. Tell me, what do you see with those eyes of yours? Well, I hope you'll share it with me one day. Indeed, I look forward to finding out which of our imagined futures is the more beautiful.
Who are you? And what are you doing at our dojo? For Kaishu? You could say that. Kaishu is Master Odani's cousin, and my pupil. It would have been nice of him to come in person. In that case, well... The Master isn't here right now. He's actually... You know, our dojo welcomes competition from other sword styles. Why don't we continue this conversation after some sparring? Well said. Just you try to get the better of Toranosuke Shimada. To study the sword, first study the mind. Now let us see how well you know yourself. I see you can hold your own. I'm trembling.
Open up or I will break down this door! Shimada! I didn't know you had a challenger! I'll take care of this! Absurd! All right then. It's time to finish this.
That got the blood pumping, eh?
Enjoy your victory over the great Tanetsugu Oishi. It won't happen again. I was undefeated for decades until I lost to Master Odani. I will show that old man in the end. And I will show you too. Ha! That's what I like to hear.
Master Odani will take on any opponent. But he'd be especially pleased to fight someone of your caliber. He's out training by the riverbank, not far from here. Do go and see him.
Oh. I thought it was nigh time you arrived. I'm Nobutomo Odani, the man you've been looking for. I see. So, you've bested Hachiro and Toranosuke, I surmise. You have a fearsome look indeed. Humility is a virtue, even among those who write their names in history's pages. Fortune favors the humble, while arrogance invites only misfortune. Enough talk. It's time you showed me how well you handle a blade. Oh-ho! I look forward to a display of your prowess, young one. Strike me then. Don't be shy. Well done. Well done. proper fight, lest I end up in the infirmary. Quite impressive. Good grief. It sure ain't easy being old. Oh, you win, you win. Your talent appears to be the real deal. Indeed. Though you could still do with some polishing. The truth is, I've already begun my service to the Shogunate at Kaishu's request, as an instructor to any swordsmen he can gather. Well, I can hardly refuse my cousin, can I? I planned to turn him down as I didn't want to neglect my dojo. But the chance to train someone like you, how could I say no? I suppose I'll be giving my all to this new role. No need to thank me. Well, in any case, I'll do what I can. Rest assured, you are in safe hands now.